guys, we are here. So I am Kofi and she is Ayana. We are the West African backpackers. Well, guys, so today we are here. I always say that we'll give you back to back content, but we are so busy. I'm not saying that it's not busy, that is keeping us from YouTube, but
it's a lot of work. Like and now his phone is ringing.
Yeah, you see my phone is ringing.
Because that happens a lot. Hold on, y'all.
Guys.
So we're back. That was like, wait, it's shaking.
Hold on.
That was like what? 30, 40 minutes?
Break, yeah. You know, we're busy, so I have to respond to some family calls and business calls and business tests. Guys, you see, you like these couples. Okay, let me put my phone in silence before.
Let's try this again. This is what our life is like in Ghana. So, hey guys. So, I don't know what we said in the last two clips, but we're just going to just keep it rolling. Anybody... Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
So, just welcome back to our channel. Like he said, we are the West African Backpackers. We're just coming here today just to give everybody just like a little update of... how's it going with us? I know people have been looking for me and Kofi, so here we are trying to tell you guys what's going on here in Ghana, West Africa. But before we do that, check out our website for our tour company, BB Neba Tours.
Yeah. Continue. Continue, my love.
Yeah, so check out our website because we do awesome tours in Ghana, Togo, Benin, Senegal, everything like that. Just check out our website. We'll put it in the description box.
Yeah, we do day tours, solo trips, private tours, groups,
tours,
educational tours,
group tours, and day tours.
Retreats, and we are here at your service.
So let's just get that out the way.
Yeah.
So basically today what we're going to just talk about, what did we do today? Before we do that, what did we do today? We found a new place to eat.
Yeah, we found a new place to eat, Dimensa.
And the food is really... Dimensa, where is it located? Where is that?
Dimensa is at, I would say, Abelempe. Yeah, it's at Abelempe.
Where is that near? I don't even...
Okay, Abelempe is closer to Jowolu. It's in Accra. Yeah.
So it was really... I get the one thing I don't like about it, when you get the jollof, they only have beef jollof. And for some reason, I'm not liking meat these days, so I didn't want beef jollof, but the jollof is so good that I just picked the beef and put it to the side, and plantains and eggs and grilled chicken. Even the grilled chicken, I was just like, what did you have?
My favorite, of course,
Food.
The light soup.
Yeah, and like soup. And last night I had banku and tilapia.
Oh, I want some tonight.
I know that just sounds good.
Yeah,
but can you eat fufu and banku the same day?
It's food. This doesn't matter.
I don't know. It was good.
The last time, what did you say? You said banku is what? You said banku is
with empty calories.
Calories.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's no nutritional value. Yeah, but it just gets you full.
That is why you balance it with either the okra soup, either with the pepper. You balance it with something. So you don't eat only the banku as in banku alone. You go with me to balance it. Yeah.
Okay. And another thing I want to say is that he tried to copy me wearing his shirt today.
You see, she's laughing, guys. Do you believe it? I wore this shirt and she wanted to match me. She wanted to be my twin. So she went to the closet and she chose this dress. So
and I was like, oh, let me wear this shirt so we could be twins.
So guys,
so we looking like two highlighters today. Yeah. We looking, the highlighter.
No.
The highlight pen when you
like when you read the Bible or something.
So he walking around looking like two highlighters.
Have you seen most of the time the highlights is like...
So we looking like two highlighters.
It's not this how we do behind camera. This how
we do is laugh and just talk about each
Yeah.
other. This is what we do. Like, this honestly, like, our
You
life.
look like two. I like
Remember what were we laughing about the other night? Oh, what was it?
What?
Oh, why you there then?
Ooh.
And what was something else we laughing? Our stomach was hurting so bad. It's something we was laughing about.
Why you did it? Why you still there?
Sorry, that's an inside joke. Anyway.
But we can,
No, we're not talking about that right now. We are not talking about that right now.
So, okay,
anyway, that was
why you still there then?
Shh, be quiet. Stop. Anyway, we just be cracking up at ourselves.
Yeah.
So, but today we just want to kind of talk about just some setbacks because, like, when you're trying to build in Ghana, like what we've had this year, 2022 was a rough year. Rough. It started out good. Last year. It started off good. It started off pretty good. We went to Dubai for a wedding in February.
Ooh.
Remember?
Wow, that looks like Dubai was last year.
That was last year.
It was like,
I mean, we was living it up. We were just, we just had to go to that wedding. We went to a wedding. Then we went to Togo and Benin. So we were like, trying to, we go to Togo, Benin for, tour company. So we had to go to make, some meetings and connections or whatever. But I think that's kind of where our setbacks started. You want to talk about that? What happened or not?
I mean,
like it was a major setback for us last year. It was a major
setback, and things that didn't happen well for us. Sometimes you try to. We had good intentions. We wanted to do something good, but as I said, the people around, because of how the word people, because of some things that goes on in the world,
because of poverty. Let's talk about because of poverty. Because of desperation, because people want money and they're desperate for money. So we ended up getting
in big trouble.
And it was a major setback.
It was more than big trouble. Like it could have lead us to a lot.
It could have ruined our life.
It could have ruined our life, honestly.
Hold on, phone call again. Hold on. So sorry for that interruption again. Another phone call. Like we be busy. But again, like last year was just a complete setback. After we came back from Togo and Benin, it just started going down from there because of what happened to us there. Should we say that?
Whatever you can say. What happened to us there?
What happened to us there is that we got arrested, like in Togo, y'all. It's not even funny. Like we got arrested because we were trying to help a kid that lived on the beach, work on the beach, get to an orphanage. And some evil man on the beach lied. He was an informant and called people and said we were child trafficking, doing child trafficking and kidnapping. So we spent 3 nights, 4 days in the Togolese jail. After that, y'all, like you can't even help people. You can't even help people. Like, and at the end of all that, after the 4 days, and y'all talk about slavery is still alive and well because they were whipping.
Actually, say were we in jail? As in jail, like
we were in a holding. We were at the jail, but we weren't inside the holding cell.
Yes, we need to.
We had a little privilege. We were privileged.
So we were just let me break it down.
Break it down.
They arrested us. We went to the police station.
But we
were not in the cells.
We weren't in the cells. We were not in the cells.
We had a privilege. I think even the last day you went to sleep in one of them.
They gave me a pissy mattress.
So we were not.
Yeah, they tried to give us all the privilege.
We were not an inmate. No, inmate is different.
They were just holding us to figure out what was going on. And the thing about it, the little boy who were helping, his family kind of was like,
delayed us,
the family was just like, yes, help him to get into an orphanage because he's running away. They didn't want him on the beach. So even the family was in agreement, but some random man.
Some evidence, so they just hold us. So I remember I was sitting on the bench. I sat on the bench for 4 days. I'll just sleep on the bench. We can go to the washroom freely.
Yeah, we can free. We can order food.
So
we weren't in, but the treatment, the trauma I experienced, like the first night they let people come out because they let you come out the wash up a little bit. Like they were whipping, like whipping with a thrash.
We're just eating and relaxing. Not relaxing. It was very. It was sad.
It was sad, but about the 3rd day we were entertained. Like it was It was very
But anyway,
traumatizing.
yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just say this. Child trafficking, child labor, kidnapping is a real thing in West Africa. Like, it's a real thing. Because the way they treated it, we even saw 2 little boys who were being trafficked from Burkina Faso. Benin.
Northern Benin, yeah.
Northern Benin.
Yeah.
So they were in there, had to wait for somebody to come pick them up because somebody sold them. And the thing about it, after they locked us up and let us go because we were innocent, we had to get all the people from the embassy, all these high ministers and all that to come down. Like, they had to come down to let us out.
The Ghana embassy came.
Ghana embassy, his uncle is a priest in Togo, like a high priest. So all them had to come down to let us out. But the thing is, at the end, when they let us out, the family was still trying to sell us the little boy.
Yes. Later on, so initially we didn't know that the kid had families. We were just trying to help him to the orphanage.
But we found out we had family, and the aunt was like, it was a good idea for him to go to the orphanage and everything else.
Yeah. So later on, the family was like, okay, well, we are like good Samaritans, so we can take them.
You could take them. And they were trying to sit us
what
down
happened to us?
and try to sell us the boy. They were still trying to sell us their child.
Like, no.
We got the heck up.
We ain't ready to buy any 60-year-old boy, man. We were just trying to get.
And even at the police station, they were like,
even the police people were.
They were asking us if we wanted a kid, because we don't have a child together, right? Yet, not yet. But why would we want to kidnap a 16-year-old?
So later they were like, if we want that child, we should get him a birth. What's the birth certificate?
They wanted us to get a birth certificate and take the kid. Okay. Even the police people wanted us to take the kid. And I'm like, after y'all locked us up because we were trying to get him into an orphanage, like, we good.
Now that we saw that he has a family, we're like, oh, you see a family.
I mean, literally, it's boys. Them Togo beaches y'all see on these YouTube channels and people visiting, like, it's a whole operation of kids running away, living on the beach, working. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah,
like,
I think even Labadi, you have some.
Even Labadi, all these beaches are filled, and then people do come and buy kids off these beaches.
Yeah.
Like, so that was a setback. That was a major, major setback. And the one thing that did save us, because this is a plug, we have like an NGO nonprofit, ASAP, African Child Cultural Exchange Program, where we host tours for high school students to do cultural exchange programs here. So if you are a high school leader, administrator of any kids, like, hit us up so we can partner to bring some high school kids to Ghana and we can show you our curriculum. Like, we have a whole curriculum program. So that saved us, like, having the evidence from our nonprofit, having the evidence from our other work.
And actually, yes, and also that the boy was crying that they should leave her. The boy was
the boy was like, they wasn't trying to kidnap us. Like, he crying like they weren't trying to kidnap me. They didn't. So anyway, so that was like the first setback, and it's just like ever since then, that day, like, all of our deals weren't falling through.
Yeah, so a whole lot, like, both spiritual, mental. It's really drained us. Even physical, I had malaria and a whole lot of health issues. So it's like
we were getting sick.
We were really that 3 nights.
Can we say what was really happening?
Where? I'm
just saying, after it was just like a, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of things, like
spiritual attacks.
Spiritual attacks and a whole lot. So, but well, it is what it is. God came through for us, and
God came through, and that's a testimony. Like, if you gotta sacrifice and believe. Like, really, you gotta pray. Whether you pray, meditate, like, you gotta be obedient. Like, you have to be obedient. And I feel like we were not obedient during that time. That's why that happened to him. It's better than sacrifice. But that was a major setback that we had. Like, we had so much that we were supposed to do. But by the end of the year, after we, went through, trying to pick ourselves up, it got better for us. But it's just like, you gotta expect just types of delays and setbacks when you hear, whether it's financial, whether it's spiritual, whether it's emotional, whether it's you get sick from malaria or typhoid disease or any disease. I'm just talking about people who live here, not visit. I'm saying if you're trying to build here, if you're trying to build and live in Ghana and like start a life, it's not easy. And at all. And sometimes I see why people might want to go to the West. Like, I was the type of person who I used to be like, no, we can build here. let's use all of our money and like build. And we're still doing that.
Of course.
However,
of course we can build here, but it's it's different thing altogether. You can build here. You can build, but you mean building as in leaving everything out in the West, leaving the West out to build here? For that one, I would say that it's possible,
difficult.
but it's a little bit far from possible. It's very difficult. But of course, you can build here, but you can't really leave the West out because, as
especially
I said,
if
the
you
foreign
don't.
currency is very important. It's needed, and aside that too, things is very slow here. I think we said it in our previous videos. Like in terms of economically, it's very slow here. So you're saying something.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. So we kind of changed our approach, and I just want people who are coming to live here, not coming, because when you visit, you get a totally different experience. Visiting, you don't see any of this, but when you're coming to live here, you really got to understand like the market. You really need to understand like how finances work here, how timelines work here, and
cultural differences.
Cultural differences, guys. So I think for me as an American, because I'm born and raised in America of African descent, so as an American of African descent, like I even had to learn, like I feel like it had to take for my phone getting snatched, for us the incident in Togo, for me to really understand the minds of like Ghanaians and West Africans, because I was really coming with my American privilege and my Western mindset. Remember,
she used to romanticize.
I used to romanticize. I
did. I remember in was it 2020? We had an argument in the Airbnb, anti-terrorist Airbnb. I wanted to spread it. Like, it's funny. I remember when she visited, and I think we went to the Airbnb room, so I saw a couple of mosquitoes. So I wanted to use insecticide to spray the room, and he started like, "Why are you spraying the room? Don't spray. But I'm in Africa. It's a Western insecticide." So a whole lot.
So I was. Like, well, my point was, because everybody like everything's natural, everything's organic, and I'm like, you're spraying out of an aerosol can. That's not organic. That's not natural. I'm telling you, they are starting to use pesticides here.
So I was like, why are you trying to? So I should just leave the mosquito to bite you. And I'm like, for me, I'm good. Mosquito can bite me because I may be used. My blood will be used to it, but you just came and so we had that argument. So we used to have that kind of sometimes.
I used to romanticize
that kind of little argument. Let's do. You be like, I'm like, I've lived you all my life, but you saying. But anyway, now, as she said, after the Togo incident, folk gets snatched in some few circumstances, and also, no, it's not funny.
You keep shaking it, my love.
It's not funny, but building, what was it? Building is, if you want to build in Africa, sometimes, not that sometimes, it feel like what was even
the setback. It's always a
setback because
and a lot of people have gotten set back because they're just not prepared, or just doesn't understand. They don't understand how it works here. So
it's tough. It's very tough. When I say tough, I would say in all aspects it's tough, both mental and physical, even emotional. I wouldn't lie. All of the three aspects is tough. So,
however, though, because I don't want to just be negative. However, we're still here, and I love Ghana. Like, I love...
No, Ghana.
I love Ghana, but you just have to understand the culture and how it works. Like, I get the best sleep when I'm here. You feel free. You can free to do whatever. But in order to have that freedom, and freedom is relative, right? So whatever freedom is for you. Freedom for me is like having freedom of time and freedom of money. And I feel like we need money because we want to travel the world. We want to build up our businesses. Like, it's a lot. You need money to do that.
Even aside everything, like, money is money. So, like, I'm being honest. Money is money. Money is freedom. I mean, money is part of freedom. But I feel
like there's one setback we didn't have. I think we were blessed enough to have like consistent income coming on.
Because
we have like money saved. We have our investments. So that's one thing I can say that God has blessed us with, like, to make sure that we didn't really have to worry about like finances. Like, that's definitely a blessing. So you got to be smart. Don't run out of money. Don't lose your money. And I don't know. I think that was kind of all we were talking about. I was just reflecting. I think yesterday we were reflecting. I was like, let's do a video on like our setbacks, because this year it was really, really rough, and a lot of people kind of like think that, this what made us think about it. Another partnership we had. We supposed to work on another project, and we just heard the other day of another partnership that's, either going to be delayed or denied. We don't know yet, but it's just, this world is so crazy. You just never know. Just another partnership that just didn't go through. And it kind of, we had a couple partnerships that just didn't go through, and we're just still trying to figure out why.
One as in, I think one.
I'm just thinking about the other one. Remember, we got the text that they going with somebody else. The other thing that just happened today, we just found out. It's just like, I don't know, y'all.
But it's all good.
It's all good, but we're still here. And you have to have grit. You got to have perseverance. You got to keep going. You got to have patience.
Yes, the key.
You got to have faith and building here, because we do see the future, and it's not always going to be like this. But again, we've only, been together 3.5 years, only married for almost 2 years. So, we're still at the beginning. But when you see it's in 10 years from now, you're going to be like, look at them, right? But we had to go through all this, and we're just going to keep going. And, that's it. It's one partnership that didn't fall through.
Yeah, the best partnership.
The two highlighters.
The eternal partnership.
So in a couple weeks, or no, not a couple weeks, a couple days, we're going to Kumasi, and maybe we can we always say show you what we're working on, but we don't know.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, because sometimes we can go to Kumasi, something will come up, we just need to come back to Accra.
Yeah.
A whole lot of, so.
And that's another thing, and I think that's one reason we talked on other videos of like moving in silence, because what happened is in Fiata, you don't know who's preying on your downfall. So yeah, so just be careful if you out there just telling what you got going on here. Just be careful of who's watching, who's around, because it be your own people. It be you worried about the white man. It be your own people.
Why you still there?
Why you still there? Not visiting, because when you visit, it's an amazing. I'm gonna tell you, it's an amazing place to visit. Come visit. It's an amazing place to live if you got money and resources. But so let us know. Let us know in the comments what y'all think. Y'all want to hear the real deal?
So guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Yeah. So we are the West African Backpackers. Be safe and have a great evening.
Bye.